Welcome to Grammar the Right Way. This is a quick grammar grab reviewing what to do with commas in compound sentences where the two sentences are joined using but. Firstly, we'll look at the conventional punctuation using a comma before the main clause beginning with but. Then we'll see what happens to that comma when there is a word or phrase inserted after but. So let's have a look at the first example. They were planning to go camping, but the severe weather warning led them to change their mind. What type of sentence is this? There are two main clauses. They were planning to go camping and the severe weather warning led them to change their mind. Or you may like to think of them as two separate sentences if you find it easier to think of them that way. And of course they're joined with this word but. Pause the video to see whether you can fill in the missing words in the purple box. And where does the comma go in this sentence? How did you go? But is, of course, a conjunction. And it is used to join two parts of a compound sentence. In this case, we use a comma before but. I hope you put it in the right place. Now, let's look at the second sentence. They were planning to go camping, but due to the severe weather warning, they changed their mind. In this example, again, we have two main clauses. They were planning to go camping and they changed their mind. But we also have a phrase inserted after but, which gives us extra information due to the severe weather warning. And this explains why they changed their mind. So the rule is, when there is a phrase inserted after but, you leave out the comma before but and use commas around the inserted phrase instead. So let's put them here in green. Put this one in green as well to make it stand out a bit more. So let's look at another example. They were planning to go to the football, but the car wouldn't start. Again, pause the video and see if you can fill in the spaces in the purple box a little more easily this time after the previous examples. So but is, of course, a conjunction. It is used to join two parts of a compound sentence. And in this case, as you normally would, you put a comma before but. Let's look at the following two examples though. Both of these sentences give us extra information. We have two main clauses. They were planning to go to the football. The car wouldn't start. They're the same in both sentences. But in the first sentence, we have a word inserted after but, and in the second, we have a phrase inserted after but. So in both of these compound sentences, we leave out the comma that would normally go before but, and we put commas around the inserted word or the inserted phrase. So this is a very common construction used by most writers. I see it all the time in your writing. So it's good to know how you have to vary the punctuation accordingly. So to summarise, when there is a word or phrase inserted after but, leave out the comma before but and use commas around the inserted word or phrase instead. Well, this is Miss Wright, leaving you with the burning question: Does my butt look big in this video clip? Ciao for now.